Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss season 1 of Netflix's original series, The Umbrella Academy. I'm so blown away right now. I just finished the season finale. I've never watched this show. This came out in 2018. This is based off of the Dark Horse comics from Gerard Way from My Chem. He also had a co-writer on the books. And I knew this existed, but I didn't know how incredible this is. So season 2 dropped a little while ago, and I kept seeing so many memes from it, and I was like, all right, everybody keeps telling me for the last 2 years I would love this show. And I had so many things to read and watch anyway, and I was like, all right, I'll get to it. This is a show you got to binge. You can't like wait a week, watch an episode, wait a week, watch an episode. You got to binge this. And so when season 2 premiered, there was a shit ton of memes that just had me dying of laughter. And I don't even know the characters. I don't even know the actors. I had no idea anything about the show. But the memes were priceless. So Robert Sheehan plays character of Klaus, and what's his name? Gallagher? Jason Gallagher? I think. I don't know any of these actors. This is what I'm saying. I don't know any of these actors. I now know Robert Sheehan, but I don't know who plays number 5. I can't even remember. I don't remember. I feel terrible because the only person I knew going into this was Ellen Page playing Vanya. I didn't know anybody else. So you have Vanya, you have Luther, you have Allison, you have number 5, you have Ben, you have Klaus, and you have Diego, right? 7 siblings. So what is the Umbrella Academy? How did it come about? So an eccentric billionaire named Hargraves, he wanted to purchase a bunch of children that were all born on the same day at the same exact time from women or girls who were not pregnant at the time of the birth. So 70 kids were born. He bought 7 of them from their parents in like an adoption kind of thing. But he wanted to test them to see why they're special, why they were all born on the same day. So he created the Umbrella Academy to test the kids to see what powers they had. 6 of them became a superhero group called the Umbrella Academy. They would save the world all the time in whatever city they're in. I don't actually know what city they were in. But Vanya was ordinary, so she thought. So she wouldn't be a part of the pictures, she wouldn't be a part of the training, she wouldn't be a part of the, field exercises or saving the banks or things like that. So the family grew, the kids grew up, they're now 29, 28, something like that. When did this come out? 2018, so they're maybe 27. They're in their late 20s. Okay. And they come back to the mansion. They come back to the Umbrella Academy because Hargraves is dead. And their robot mother and their sentient chimpanzee butler, Pogo, are trying to make sure the kids come together to, finally be together again and, remember the time they had and remember their dad. Now, Ben is another of the siblings who passed away, but we don't know how he died. They never tell us in the show. It might say it in the comics, but they don't tell us in the show. And so Klaus, he can actually talk to the dead. So he is always talking to Ben, but Klaus doesn't want to talk to the dead because they're always in his head. So he's a drug addict. He's always not sober. He's always high. He's never, fully there in his mind. Aidan Gallagher plays number 5. Okay. So I don't know how to talk about this series, to be honest. Like, I could go into plot points. I could go into so many things. I will say this, though. The last 15 minutes of season 1 with the siblings trying to stop Vanya from causing the apocalypse, which was the plot. We needed to figure out how the apocalypse was starting and why number 5 was time traveling because of the apocalypse. But then when he joined the commission and then tricked them and went back to his family, he became a school kid again, a 13-year-old kid again, but with the mind of a 58-year-old man. So it was so interesting figuring out how the apocalypse happened, why certain members of the commission, who are these, special agent forces, hitman people. Mary J. Blige is in this, incredible. She plays Cha-Cha, her partner's Hazel, they're hitmen. And it's just, there's so many battles, so many who did what when, and all this scandal drama. It's a soap opera, but it's kitschy. And that's the best part about it. It's a kitschy show. I don't know how to spell kitschy, but I gotta say, I got so teared up many times with Aiden when he was talking to Dolores, his mannequin, because I myself have a bunch of mannequins from collections over the years that I feature for Halloween props and stuff. But I have two in my room. I have Kip and I have Dustin in my room because they're the better mannequins, so they don't go outside in the shed with everybody else. And they dress up. They're broed out right now. They got their swimsuits. They got their Kip's got a Camp Half Blood shirt. Dustin's got a Vampire shirt right now. They're rocking the Vans, and Kip's actually got Heelys on right now. But like, I get it. Like, I get that emotional connection you have to an inanimate object. Like, it was devastating watching him fear for Dolores' life in certain points. And then Klaus, on another hand, Robert is just, I've seen acting like that, but like, I haven't seen acting like that from someone I didn't know existed. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know Robert existed until this show. And he's been in a lot of work, from what I read, briefly on IMDb, but he is so ridiculously talented. I don't understand how he did not receive every single award possible, because his portrayal of Klaus Hargraves was incredible. When he, at the very end, when they're all in the theater trying to stop Vanya, who then eventually does explode the moon, inadvertently exposed the moon, because Vanya does have superpowers, so it was a whole cover-up. So it was a thing. Like I said, there's so much to talk about. When Klaus is telling his siblings that he talks to Ben all the time, Klaus and Ben scenes are perfect, and number 5 scenes are absolutely perfect, absolutely hysterical. You wait for them to be on the screen. It's just great. So Klaus realizes that he has another type of superpower within Talking to the Dead, where he can bring them in and then they can manifest and do stuff. So his fists like glow super blue, and Ben like appears in like, I don't know, shimmery form, and like does his superpower and like kills all these bad guys, and all his siblings are just staring at him. And I'm in tears watching this, because it's a matter of disbelief that you have so many people that don't believe in you when you yourself are trying to figure out what you want to do and who you want to be, and let alone family not believing in you. And he finally came into his own, and he showed everyone, this is what I can do. But he shocked himself because he didn't know he could do it. And I think that's the most important thing, that within that, a sixth sense or a metaphysical aspect of deciphering between physics and metaphysics, it's scary, and it's not safe to dwell. It's not safe to dive. But it was really great watching Klaus interact with his dead brother, who is very aware that he is dead, and then bringing Ben back to help the team at the end. Oh my God, incredible. And the soundtrack was great. Gerard, I know, had a lot. I heard that he had a lot of influence in the soundtrack that went through. So you have very Kingsman-like fight scenes where you have an incredible, like Leonard Skinner, Freebird, right, plays during that church scene in Kingsman. We never talked about Kingsman. We should talk about Kingsman one day. But that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of an incredible song playing with an incredible fight scene, and it was just constant throughout the series. So I don't regret that it took me 2 years to watch this, because I had a lot of other stuff to watch, but I am so happy I did, because I feel so energized from this cast, from this production, that I cannot wait to start season 2, which I'm going to do momentarily as I make a blanket for someone. But yeah, holy shit, what a ride. What a ride. And Mary J. Blige as a hit woman, incredible, absolutely incredible. Badassery from everyone. So I need to try to learn everybody's names, because everyone is such an amazing talent, and I feel terrible that I don't know them. Because normally I know people that I watch, portray stuff. So there you go. Season 1 of Umbrella Academy. If you have not seen it, watch it now. 10 episodes long first season, 10 episodes long second season. We're going to watch it. We're going to discuss it. Stay tuned. Mucho mahalo.